Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm going to do this reading a little differently because I'm going to be pulling a lot of cards. So usually I use the card stands to keep everything like organized, but we're going to be really diving deep, and it's kind of hard to dive deep and stay organized. um, it could get a little messy, but we're going to get the messages through today. I really want to dive into what's going on with the divine feminine, divine masculine connections and where they're at. So let's see what's going on with this connection. Oh, geez. Twin flames, mirroring, shared feelings, reflection. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. Yeah, that's what happens with the twin flame connections. I was going to try to keep this just a general divine feminine, divine masculine, because not all those connections are twin flame. Um, but I don't want to make this a full-on twin flame reading. So this is just like very, very deep fucking soul connection. And for some of you, this is twin flame. This is twin flame. This is a mirrored soul. And what happens within those connections, there's this delay with coming together because there needs to be a healing of the self for both sides before union can happen. Or it'll just be a constant push-pull energy, because when you mirror each other to that extent, you have to be able to really see yourself and understand yourself and love yourself for who you are. Because if you don't do that when you're standing in front of someone that's mirroring you like a fucking twin flame, it ends up push pull, push pull, push pull. I don't know if this light is too bright. You know what? It might even be the lamp. Yeah, we'll turn the lamp off. Here we go. I can see it better. I don't know if it's better for you guys. I hope it is. All right, okay. These three flipped out. We've got breaking point, chasing, and chemistry. Chemistry. Yeah, twin flames, it turns into a runner-chaser dynamic. That's where the push-pull comes from. Now, when the feminine's chasing, that push-pull is just not going to fucking end. So the feminine can't chase. The feminine's supposed to attract. And that's where that breaking point comes in. First there's like a breaking point for the feminine where they're chasing, 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 and then they finally break and they can't do it anymore, and then they finally go inwards and start doing the healing work. And then when they do that, that's when the masculine reaches their breaking point and they start chasing. But if you're a masculine watching, there's nothing wrong with the masculine chasing. The masculine's supposed to chase. The feminine is supposed to attract. Masculine is electric. It's supposed to be moving. The feminine is a magnet. They're supposed to just sit there and draw the energy towards them. And yeah, of course there's chemistry, attraction, spark, passion, fucking twin flames. Oof, it starts with a spark. I just heard it starts with a spark. And then it ignites the flame. Yeah, it's almost like before you find each other, like the flame doesn't really feel like it's burning. If anything, there's maybe just like a spark here and there. Like it doesn't quite fully ignite. Not not the way it does with your twin. And when I started shuffling, like it didn't even get a chance for this to come out from the bottom. It's still on the bottom. One day, someday, somewhere, another time. But we have breaking point. I feel like that another time is coming sooner. It's coming sooner. It depends where you are on your timeline. If you're at the beginning of your twin flame journey and you haven't started doing the healing work yet, this is like a future reading for you, you know, after you go in and do the healing work. If it's a true twin flame connection. If it's not, you know, a lot of people say that, you know, a twin can decide to not do the healing work, you know, because we have free will. But I truly believe, and it just resonates within my entire being, that true twin flames, they both end up doing the work, no matter what, because their soul won't let them not. Their soul will not let them not. You know. Um. All right. Let's pull on this breaking point. What is this breaking point? That didn't quite feel right. It's like I got that nudge to stop, but it still didn't quite feel right. Commitment. Elusive. Didn't I say the I feel like it's the breaking point where like the masculine's having the breaking point. They want to start chasing. Commitment's been so elusive up until this point. I just heard, but they know. Now they know. Oh man, you know, I get hesitant to say like the corny stuff, but I just heard one true love. One true love. I get nervous saying stuff like that. I get nervous doing these readings because I know there's a lot of people on YouTube that are doing these readings and it gives people false hope. Um, I was dealing with a catalyst twin flame for a long fucking time. Well, I mean, there's people that have dealt with them longer. Mine was like less than 2 years, but it felt like fucking forever. And it did a number on me. It did a number on me. Like, and it's not even like I bought into the twin flame thing like right away. Like, I was like in denial. I was like, no, not my twin. And then it just the synchronicities were just like so in my face that like I started to feel delusional denying it. And then I was just like, all right, you know what? Maybe this is what it is. Maybe I should just start accepting it. And then I kept getting like validation that that's what it was. And then when I finally broke away from that person and decided that I'm not doing this anymore, twin flame or not, like, you're not gonna fucking string me along and do this push pull bullshit. And I decided I was gonna detach and I started to do the healing work. And then after I did that, I did start talking to someone else, but after I started talking to them, I started getting the synchronicities of catalyst twin flames. Now, when I was dealing with the whole twin flame thing, I had looked up, like, you know, how do you know if it's a twin flame? And I kept coming across, like, a false twin flame. But I never saw the term catalyst twin flame until after I fucking detached, which I found interesting because the universe doesn't let you see things until you're ready, until you need to. And I feel like I had to go through what I went through with the catalyst because when I do finally connect with the real thing, I feel like that's going to actually help me. Um, Not everybody has a catalyst though. I don't think everybody needs a catalyst. I feel like my situation, I probably fucking needed it. Um, hmm. I feel like there was something else I wanted to touch upon with all that, but I'm gonna start pulling more cards. Yeah, and at the bottom we have foundation. The foundation is very important. If the foundation is based off the feminine, just chasing and chasing and chasing, it's not gonna fucking go anywhere except for just push pull back and forth, and a whole bunch of fucking confusion, and it's just gonna be this elusive commitment. But once the feminine starts doing that healing work, if you're connected to like a true divine masculine, or a true twin flame, um, that's when they'll reach their breaking point. And that's when they start chasing. Because that's what the foundation should be built on. It should be built on how the energy is supposed to work. Like I said, the feminine is supposed to be the magnet. They're supposed to attract. The masculine is supposed to be that electric force that moves towards that magnetic energy. Like it can't ignore it. But when the magnet is trying to move towards that electric element, it pushes it away and sends it in the opposite direction. Like running in the opposite direction. So understanding how the energy works between the two polarities of the masculine and the feminine is fucking huge, and it's important. And not only that, self-love is important regardless. Regardless of whether you're in a connection, not in a connection, self-love is so fucking important. Learn how to love yourself, understand yourself and the difference between yourself and other people, and learn to accept yourself and accept other people for who and what they and we are. All right, let's pull on this chemistry card. Releasing, letting go, moving on, walking away. Karma. Consequences, cause and effects. Yeah, that's what gets that fucking... Ooh, that's what... what really lights the fire under the masculine's ass, is the releasing. You know, it almost feels like it's karma to them. Like, oh, this is my karma. See, I lost them. But then that spark hits them, that breaking point, and then they start chasing. Ooh, yeah, they're spying. They're looking at your social media, and if not, if you don't have a social media, I mean, most people do these days, but there are some people that don't. Just thinking about someone is spying on them. Especially some people that are very, very in tune. It's you know, can be like remote viewing, you know. If you don't know what remote viewing is, it's being able to see something in your mind, something real. Like if you wanted to imagine your counterpart in your head and you really tune in, you can see where they are. It's it's actually a skill that a lot of people probably don't realize they do have, because we don't trust ourselves. All right, let's pull in the chasing card, the twin flame chasing. Let's get some more information on that. Hoping. Withdrawn. We got foundation again. Yeah, the chasing starts, and the manifesting from the masculine side starts when the feminine starts to withdraw and starts to pull back their energy. Now, it's not a punishment for the masculines to pull back your energy. You're doing what you need to do for you to love yourself. And whether this is twin flame or not, if you're in like a runner chaser dynamic, or like you're just like wondering like, well, why isn't he coming to me? Do the healing work, really focus in on the self-love, and it shouldn't matter if they ever come or not, you know. And when you do the healing work, if that draws them in, that's what we fucking want. And if it doesn't and you've done the healing work, it won't fucking matter either way. It won't matter either way. All right, I'm going to switch up to my Infinity Oracle. All right. Ooh. We just got take control and apology. I want to be able to make it so we can all... And it's interesting. I'm putting them right here because it's like when the masculine starts hoping, when they reach that breaking point and they start hoping and they start chasing, it's because they have to take control. They have to take control, and they have to start going after the feminine if they don't want to lose them, and they'll be apologizing. If they don't say it with their words, their energy's gonna fucking say it. You know, when it's like they're saying something else, but like you're hearing like I'm sorry. Like when they're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? I haven't talked to you in a while." But that's actually like sorry. But they really got to go in. They really got to find the inner strength to be able to do it. And that actually helps the masculines heal. That's part of their healing journey. The feminines, and inner strength is for the feminines too, because it's like you have to go inwards and find your inner strength to not fucking chase. I forgot what I was going to say about the masculines, about their inner strength. Yeah, and positive change is underneath that. Oh yeah, I was going to say, the feminines heal in separation and the masculines heal in union. So it's like the masculine's wound triggers them to start chasing, and then when they're in union with the feminine, they start to heal. They start to heal. But when the feminine's chasing and trying to come into union, they're creating more trauma and pain for themselves. That's why the feminine has to pull back and do the healing work on their own. And it has the ripple effect. It ripple affects it. The frequency vibrates out to the masculine that you're not chasing anymore and that you're healing. And that starts to draw them in like unconsciously, subconsciously, whatever, however you want to fucking word it. That's what subconsciously the masculine wants to heal too. So they start feeling drawn to the feminine. They start feeling that magnetic pull, like they can't stay away from it. Like the feminine's so fucking beautiful and so alluring, and look at how the feminine just heals all alone. Like that's inspiring. I need to know. I need to be near that to understand because I want to heal too. That's what their energy starts to feel. And masculine energy can take control without healing because it's a masculine energy. Masculine is about taking action without having to feel, without having to understand. It can take action, just get it done. The feminine energy needs to sit and be receptive and feel and understand in order to heal. Um, all right, let's pull more. I'm gonna pull a couple cards for over here, a couple cards for over here. So let's pull on the side of breaking point, commitment, elusive. What do we need to know more about? Yeah, inner strength. That was at the top. I've been going live recently. Ooh, abundance is near. See, elusive. It's been elusive. Abundance has not been here, but it's fucking near. They're getting the inner strength for the commitment because they've reached the fucking breaking point. They want to take control. Spring. This is, you know what? Even if they come back around right now, I feel like springtime will be when things fully start to blossom. You know, um, because I've been getting messages about autumn, and it's where I'm from, it's fall is here, autumn is here, so I feel like this is gonna be, if you're on this timeline right now, this is when the spark really starts to light things up, and then springtime is when it really starts to burn, but in a good way. Like it's not gonna go out. Like you can't get this fucking fire to go out with. with the fucking ocean. Like, nothing's putting it out. Yeah, releasing heartbreak. Dazed and confused. Yeah, it leaves the masculine dazed and confused. We got spring at the bottom again. The runner chaser dynamic really, it does a number on the feminine, and it fucking hurts. It hurts to release. But then when you release, that's when it starts to, it's like you release the heartbreak and start doing the healing work to heal your heart, and that really starts to break the masculine's heart, and then they feel dazed and confused, and then they start to feel like, oh, this is karma, like, like I fucking did this to myself, I deserve it. But at the same time, they're like reaching that breaking point, and the fucking spark ignites. All right, I'm gonna pull 3 more cards. I'm gonna pull 3 more cards. Just cause spring. Push and pull energy. Divine feminine. Eternal love. Yeah. This is a message just straight for the divine feminine. The push and pull energy is eternal love. You don't have to fucking chase. You don't have to chase. The love's there whether you're chasing or not, but when you're chasing it pushes away. And if you really want to bring things together by springtime, you got to stop chasing. And I had also put these 3 cards in the center, like where we've got the cards for chasing and the hoping and withdrawn. Take control by doing the inner work and detaching, and then the masculine takes control in return. It's a mirroring effect. If you start running in the direction towards the masculine also starts running, but they're also running in the same direction you are, which is not towards you. So if you want them to mirror you, you have to stop chasing, and then they stop running, and then you start doing the healing work, and then they're drawn into doing the healing work, and the masculines do the healing work when they're in union with the feminine. So then it pulls them in and draws them in. So heed my warning. Stop chasing, feminines. Stop it. All right. I'm going to leave this here. Please comment down below and let me know how this resonates with you. Like, share, subscribe, and good luck, guys.